Welcome back to One Sober to Another. I'm Wayne, and today's video is about the daily reflections of Alcoholics Anonymous. No, don't turn it off yet. I guarantee you this is going to apply to you regardless if you're a drug addict, sex addict, alcoholic, gambler, whatever it is that you may suffer from as far as an addiction. Today's daily reflection is about the things that are internal that are grinding you up to a point where you think you don't deserve anything better. You ready to go? Let's get it. All right, fine people. It's been a minute since I've done a daily reflection. And the reason I'm doing this today is because a mother by the tag of What Will Be is still in her son's corner, even though he's struggling to a point where she thinks he may not be able to return. I'm in his corner as well, and you guys can join her by giving a shout out to What Will Be. All right, just put it in the comments, hashtag we're with you, and show her some love and show some support for her son who is struggling with alcohol and addiction and a life that he thinks may not be valuable. Really. So let's get into today's daily reflection. Here we go. Removing the grounded glass. The moral inventory is a cool examination of the damages that occurred to us during a life and a sincere effort to look at them through true perspective. This has the effect of taking the ground glass out of us, the emotional substance that still cuts and inhibits. As Bill sees it, page 140. Now, if you're not an AAer and you don't do the Alcoholics Anonymous thing, that is all right. Whatever your recovery method or whatever gives you strength and hope is where this lies true for you. My 8-step list used to drag me into a whirlpool of resentment. After 4 years of sobriety, I was blocked by denial and connected with an ongoing abusive relationship. The argument between fear and pride eased as the words of the step moved from my head to my heart. For the first time in years, I opened my box of paints and poured out an honest rage. An explosion of reds and blacks and yellows. As I looked at the drawing, tears of joy and relief flowed down my cheeks. In my disease, I had given up my art, a self-inflicted punishment far greater than any imposed from the outside. In my recovery, I learned that the pain of my defects is the very substance God uses to cleanse my character and to set me free. This, ladies and gentlemen, literally just gave me goosebumps. Because many times, more than not, and if this applies to you or you can relate to it, drop your comment below. Alcoholics and addicts abuse ourselves emotionally and internally far greater than anybody else on the outside ever could. You know, we are probably our worst critics, and I say this generally, we keep ourselves locked in our disease. And we think we don't deserve anything greater. We don't deserve anything good. The example that I want to use is just a good guess, but you know, I would gather that What Will Be's son probably is thinking to himself, because I've been there and I've done this myself. His parents don't want to see him. His parents don't want anything to do with him, and blah, 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 and blah. All these things we tell ourselves as addicts and alcoholics. In truth, and again, general, What Will Be probably is saying to herself, I just want to see my son, regardless of the condition he's in. I wish he was in a better condition, but I just want to see him. And if the addict and alcoholic could understand that truth versus the lies we tell ourselves and the things we give up because we don't think we deserve them anymore, the better the chances are for his recovery. I mean that this way. When I was deep in my alcoholism, when I was drunk all the time, I got to a point where I said to myself, you know what? You don't deserve your family, man. You don't deserve any love that they have for you, and you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve any promotion. You don't deserve, the pennies that you can rub together, and you don't deserve the love of anybody around you. So I literally surrendered that, and I gave that up. And I gave up the hope that I could be with my family, because I just simply assumed they didn't want anything to do with me. And the truth of the matter is, folks, is that they wanted me. They wanted me the way that, they know that I could be. And in 5 years of sobriety, sometimes I still doubt myself, and sometimes, I still find myself locked to that point where, I'm not willing to forgive myself. And steps 8 and 9 in Alcoholics Anonymous and 12-step recovery is become willing to make amends, and, even making these lists that, I am going to try to say I'm sorry for. But really, folks, it all starts with you. It all starts with forgiving yourself for whatever it is that you think you've done wrong, and for the things that you've actually, infringed upon other people, the ways that you treated people during your disease and so on. If you don't forgive yourself first, and this goes straight out to any alcoholic and addict who's still suffering, and for the ones who may be sober but have not yet found sobriety, you know what I mean? You have to forgive yourself first, and you have to be willing to clean out that grounded glass and to allow your higher power, whatever it is, whatever it may be, to work in your life in order to help you see the facts, that the truths, that you are worth it, and you are valuable, and you are a strong person who has the ability to become sober and to do it without the drink or drug, and to live your life to the fullest extent that you possibly can. Do I ramble? Yeah, I kind of do, but that's because, I try to speak from the heart, and I try to speak from what I know in my experience, and that's just what I try to pass on. There's nothing that living in the past will do for you other than keep you isolated and keep you in your disease. And that's kind of what I want to stress here. And, I just wish the best for everybody. I think I really jumbled that up, but I hope you understand that the emotional scars that we wear and bear, and the abuse that we put ourselves through, because you're strong enough. You're definitely strong enough. You've been able to get your drink or drug any way possible. You've been able to survive without somebody giving you shelter because you had to find it. You survived without money because you had to panhandle to get it, or do whatever it is that you do to get your drink or drug. You're strong enough to live without it. And that's my message today, folks. I'm definitely rambling, but I hope that this was valuable for you. If you've enjoyed this video, give a like, and if not, hell, give a not like. Drop a comment so somebody else can get some of that. And I got nothing but love for you people. Guess what? I gotta go to work, and I hope that you have a good day. Life is a garden, folks. Dig it. Dig it. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.